Hey, what's up? This is Kevin from Kevin's Barbecue Joints, and this one is awesome. I get a chance to talk again with Gabe from Ricewood Barbecue in Ann Arbor, Michigan. They have two locations. The last time we spoke was about 5 years ago. So we do a little catch up because we haven't spoken in so long, but we also talk about both locations. When I first talked to him, he only had one location, he and his half brother. And recently he got noted on the list by Daniel Vaughn for one of the best Texas style barbecue places outside of Texas, which is a huge deal. I'll put a link to that below, and at the end of this video we discuss what that means to him. And one thing, because his concept isn't exactly like other places, we go over his menu extensively and how it's changed and grown and the ways that it stayed the same. There's a lot of nuances about how he does business and the things he's learned along the way. I think this one will be extremely informative for so many people. It's also just so great to talk to Gabe. He's such a cool guy, super interesting to chat with. I can't thank him enough for taking the time. So be sure, if you're in the Ann Arbor area or if you're in Detroit, we talk about how far away it is from Detroit. Please do visit him. You'll have a great experience and eat some great food. But sit back, relax, enjoy this, and be sure to visit your local barbecue joint. All right, well, Gabe, I guess good afternoon. How are you doing?
Doing so good, man. So good. Just got home from the restaurant actually. So little tired, little beat, but that's okay, man. We're just starting out our week. So
So what? So is this? This is considering this is a Tuesday. Is this a prep day for you, or is it a work day?
no, I mean, it's work day. It is our first day of the week.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, it's our first. So we're Tuesday through Saturday. And I've been working the opening pitch shift over at our Maple location, our second location, for a little while. We let somebody go back in July and have had some issues kind of finding the right person to fit that role. So I've been at it, kind of retooling stuff and, starting the pits in the morning. So I can't say I am a morning person, but I can't say I love, going to bed at 8 and waking up at 4. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean. No, but there's something special about watching the sunrise, but also too, it's like it
Yeah.
it changes your whole like biological clock. I've never talked to anybody about what it's like to rehire or hire somebody in a position like that. You said let someone go in July. This is September. What does it take to get a new
Yeah.
person? Like what kind of attitude, what kind of person are you looking for?
Well, I mean, I guess the biggest part is we have high standards, so we have to get somebody in, and it's not really, there's not a lot of barbecue cooks roaming around Michigan to hire up, you know what I mean?
That's
So
true.
like you start off with, the basics, it's like, do you have good instincts as a cook? Do you pick up after yourself? Did you bring your knife bag? Did you bring your own apron? Like, stuff like that. And then just, kind of feel it. So we have a interesting, I guess, hiring strategy is like, I don't really interview anybody. We just have people come in for a stage, for
Uh,
maybe, 5 or 6 hours, whatever. And from there, we can get a real good kind of take on who you are and kind of what it'll be like to work with you and your skills and stuff like that. So, the biggest things, like, I'm looking like, are you a good person?
yeah,
Like, are you honest? Those things are like super high on the list. And then it's like, all
we'd
right,
hope
well,
so.
this is a prep heavy position. So, I want your knife skills to be good. I know you're not going to know how to trim a brisket. That's fine. But if you can catch up that time on, the other vegetable prep and that kind of stuff, we have, that kind of stuff that, people have been cooking for a long time should know how to do and do efficiently. That's too easy. That's great. So yeah, look for somebody, who's willing to learn and kind of grow with us and that, because it is we like to keep people around for 2 or 3 years. And most people do stick around for a long time, and we got a bunch of full-time employees with us, and that's great. But yeah, it's definitely, I would say the only reason it's been a little hard this time is that our standards, we're just not compromising. We got to find the right
Yeah.
person to keep it going.
And most people that do come to work for you are used to the conditions, the weather conditions. Because I was thinking like someone who comes from maybe from a southern state wouldn't realize, you do get cold up there for some
It gets pretty
weather.
cold, dude. Luckily, so yeah, at our original location over on Packard, we have our smokers are outside, so we got a 500-gallon offset from Primitive, and I got a probably like a 250 from Meadow Creek. That was like an original smoker. Those are outside. They're under like a covering, an
Yeah.
awning, but yeah, it's outside.
Yeah, because you did that
Does have a
tour, and
pretty
so
good
I was
wind
thinking
lock.
that. Yeah, that was outside.
Yeah,
I'll
that's
put a link to
brutal,
that.
but yeah, it gets a little rough in the winter for sure. But at our second location, we got Old Hickory, and that bad boy's inside, so it's pretty nice. And
That's
I've been looking for the that position over at that restaurant. So
gotcha. Okay.
not too big of a deal. Great AC, great heating. Got the perks.
So
It's good. It's good.
let's go back a little bit for people that might not know you or might not know
Yeah.
your restaurant concept. What is Ricewood? Where are you located? What's and your background? We did a whole episode about your background, so you could do a quick just a
Yeah,
quick
we can rehash it. It was some years ago. We can rehash it for
yeah.
sure. So yeah, Ricewood, it's a barbecue concept, but it's all centered around rice bowls. My brother back in 2015, my brother's been a fine dining chef for many years. He went to culinary school at Le Cordon Bleu in Scottsdale, I think, and from there he's worked at some of the best restaurants in the country. Worked at Alinea. He's worked at many Michelin star
Yeah,
restaurants. He's
Olivia, only Olivia.
yeah,
She's mentioned
he's
that.
that's always that's a good one. That's always the good one to pull out. But yeah, he's he and at that time he had kind of he'd been working at a restaurant here in town that was and kind of like turn it around and had a really good program, really big name in the area. But he had wanted to kind of start his own thing, basically so he could see his kid more. He had a five-year-old kid at the time, and just didn't see much of him, just from working late nights
Oh,
and
without a doubt.
stuff like that. So he wanted to open up this concept, and it was kind of a concept. The rice bowl is like kind of what we ate growing up. We are half brothers. We're very close, but he is my half brother. His dad was from Guam, so a lot of times, for dinner we'd eat a protein, pork chops or whatever, and this rice and the soy vinegar sauce finadini. And so it was like very nostalgic for us. And he wanted to open up a barbecue place and basically take barbecue, pulled pork and ribs and brisket and put it on top of those rice bowls. So yeah, he opened up the food truck with my help back in 2015. And then by 2018, I think I became like a partner. And from there, we just kept going up and up.
But at first, you weren't
Kind
interested in going to the restaurant business, weren't you? Wasn't that the case?
No, yeah, definitely not. In 2015, I just gotten out of the army and had my mind kind of set on going to school for kinesiology. I was really big into powerlifting. I was on the Fort Hood team for a little while down in Texas, and so yeah, I was going into kinesiology, and he kind of pitched it to me. He was like, "Dude, we're gonna be open a couple hours a day. It's gonna be real small operation. Like you run the front, you don't have to touch any food, you don't have to cook anything. Just run the front, do some dishes, and you can go to school. It'd be great." And just slowly, I think I first fell in love with just kind of being, oh, there she is.
There you go,
Watch out,
Aaron.
baby. Watch out. Yeah. I fell in love with it was fun, man. It was like being a rock star. It was just me and him, me and my brother on this food truck, and we had it was kind of first come, first serve, no phone, no online, just show up early and hope you get some food. It was so much fun. It was a blast. Yeah,
I
like
can imagine.
I felt like a rock star, like opening the hood and seeing a big line of people. It was, yeah, it was great. It was a blast.
That is really
And
cool.
then
I
yeah,
never thought of it that way. Yeah, that's really cool.
oh yeah, that was the best. And we're both, a little pretty outgoing people, we
Yeah,
like, and also like a little bit of tension. So yeah, it was great. But then shortly after that, I started really falling in love with like
yeah.
barbecue and then kind of the craft. And I think I read, that first Aaron Franklin cookbook, like a million times, and
Yeah.
just sitting out by the fire and watching the videos, the PBS videos and all that stuff over and over and over again. I just got so into the craft of doing the barbecue. So
Yeah, it gets its hooks into you, doesn't it? It's just if you
it does, man. Something about the process and just, I think in 2016 I kind of took over the pit. So I was waking
that
up
changes
and
things.
doing that stuff. And yeah, just being out there before anybody else, walking into a clean, empty kitchen, empty restaurant, and, the food truck. And yeah, it was great, man. And the fire, just something about it just sparked.
Yeah. And then when did you open up your first location?
So in 2019,
Was that
which was
2019?
probably the last time we talked, we moved inside of the building we were parked outside of.
Yeah.
So York, it's kind of it's a cafe. They got a little deli. They sell a lot of wine, a lot of retail wine, but they also do cocktails. They have a bar. They have a big outdoor space, and so we were kind of like the first kind of attraction there. And back in 2015, they were just kind of revamping, and they did a big overhaul of the inside, and kind of really trying to think of what they were going to turn into, if they were going to sell more wine and sell more deli stuff, or really try to open up and be like a cafe and kind of a space, like a third space almost. And then so 2019 they did another remodel rebuild, and they built us like a little takeout window with a little kitchen. And so we got rid of the truck in early 2019, probably moved inside.
And at the time, I know your menu has progressed, not like as it went
Yes.
way but it has at the beginning, it was just strictly rice bowls, right? Wasn't it just with a
Yeah, it
couple
was
other
just
little
strictly
things?
rice bowls. It was only three proteins. So it was like, I think when we first started, we did baby back ribs, pulled pork, and brisket.
Okay.
Rice bowls, you get it spicy or not spicy. That was it. And then we had a side of cucumber, like a cucumber
Yeah.
salad, very simple cucumber salad that went with every bowl. You got it for free. It just came with the bowl. I think we had a couple, like we had the root beer and Kool-Aid and like water. And that's all.
How
That's all we
nice
did.
is that? Like at the time, like it's just that's perfect.
It was the best, man. And then
Yeah.
like really learning from that, it's like, yeah, do a couple things really well, and that's it, man. Don't try to overextend. Like that was the best start for us, and that was so smart. And that's like, that was my brother's like genius, is like, we're only gonna do a couple things and that's it. Eventually we did, we offered a medium, an in-between spice. And then yeah, in 2019, what did we wanted to start doing kind of rice bowls in the lunch service. And then we wanted to move to maybe a more traditional barbecue kind of in the evening. Didn't really last that long. I think we did, I can't even remember how it played out, but we wanted to do like mac and cheese, cornbread. I think we had a potato salad, and we would stop service at like 2:30, take a little break, and then 5:30 or 6 open back up for dinner. And we did that for about a week, and then we're like, let's just stay open and let's just do rice bowls. Like that's what people want. Let's just do that. And then we started adding a couple salads to our menu. We put a couple sandwiches on the menu. And then you could go ahead and take those salads and add them to your bowl. So that was a big deal. We call them the bombs, put extra stuff in your bowl. And that was about it. We did some like fun specials in between, but like the core menu, that was pretty much it. I think we started offering chicken. We had a veggie bowl, which was really just the rice bowl base, and then a lot of those salads on there. But yeah, that was what we started off with.
Do you think that because you're in Ann Arbor, right? Isn't it Ann Arbor,
Yeah, Ann
Michigan?
Arbor, Michigan.
And so
Yeah.
do you think that people were even, I guess you didn't really had a long time, you only had a week to attempt that barbecue menu. Was it more based on your side, or was it the customer base too that was not ready for that?
It was our side for sure. It was a
Okay.
lot of work. And at that point, it was still just three or four of us. We might have hired that fourth person.
Okay.
So it was just me and my brother, Billy, who was like our first like pit master. And then I think we hired another guy named Dylan, and it was the four of us, and we were open lunch and dinner. The rice bowl, it's a beautiful thing. You focus on the meat, you're cooking some rice, doing some veggie prep. Service is extremely quick. We're also limited by our kitchen isn't much of a kitchen. Doesn't
That's
have a
true.
hood vent. We did have two electric like combi ovens, but no gas range, no fryer, nothing like that. And where the combi ovens are, it's not great for like using during service or firing anything
Yeah.
off for service. So we're just like, man, fuck that. Let's stick with
Yeah, it
what we
makes sense. Yeah.
know. Like, let's keep it lean and go from there.
And it could have been a big mistake doing that because that would have, if you had gone 2, 3 months into it, and it could have, just screwed things up. And you had a good thing going, and you had a process that made sense.
Exactly. Yeah, it definitely
It's
it was
interesting though.
good to cut it off when we did.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was very brief. It's almost like hard for me to remember. But we
Yeah.
did this like promo video and everything, and I remember like the first night with we just got rocked, and then yeah, it couldn't have been that long. Maybe a couple days
Yeah.
even. I don't even know if it was a week. We're just like, man, this is unless we hire four other people, then why are we hiring four other people to do the same amount of sales? You know what I mean?
So people
So
can't come in and get brisket by the pound. That's not something
they
that,
can.
oh, they
They
can.
can. Yep, they can. We do offer, yeah, and anything's kind of a la carte,
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
especially these days. Actually, when Daniel Vaughn came a couple weeks ago or whatever, he ordered a few quarter pound of it, made him a little platter or whatever, and he was asking, and he was like, do people order like this? Like, do they have any idea? Like, is this a popular way?
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, you'd be surprised. There's a few people, but yeah, I mean, the dish is the rice bowl, and that's definitely what we sell the most of.
But if you put ribs on top, are you putting them with the bone? And so people are kind of like
Yep.
creating like their own kind of like breaking off the meat and kind of,
Yeah, yeah, just eat it. I see a lot of people like, you take the little plant fiber lid off, and you kind of have your ribs over here, and you stir up your
so
rice, and you eat some ribs and some
fiber.
rice
Yeah.
and stuff,
Okay. Oh, that's cool.
But yeah, definitely, as we've gotten bigger, a little more popular, a lot of people are like for game days here in Ann Arbor, like a lot of people are buying meats by the pound and rice, big things of rice. And we do
Okay.
a lot
So
of
people,
catering and stuff like that. So it's a good mix for sure. And, we're definitely like happy to, have it up there.
but if people have want to do something like that for catering, they have to let you know a couple days in advance. Like that's something they couldn't come in and say, I need all this, whatever. Like it's possibly
Yeah,
if you had it on in stock somehow, but that would be preferable, right? If someone's listening to this or watching
definitely.
this and they want to order for a weekend, they should
Yes,
let you know.
we have a wonderful catering manager. Her name's Brittany. She's
Oh, cool.
fantastic. She's the
Contact Brittany.
best. Yeah, but yeah, bigger orders always
Okay.
go through her. If you want to come and get 3-4 pounds, I'll sell it to you. I
That's
don't
different.
care.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
Yeah, yeah. But other than that, yeah, first come, first serve.
When did you think about opening the second place? Was that pre-pandemic or?
It was pre-pandemic, yeah, because we'd been saving a bunch of money to try to look for a second space, and that's when the pandemic happened and
Okay.
kind of set us back a little bit. But it was really nice to have a little buffer. We were saving up some cash. Yeah, the pandemic actually did a lot of great things for Ricewood. It really did. So we decided, I think we closed down for like 7 weeks.
Mhm.
We're a little, Frank and I were like a little worried, once they shut the schools down. He had a kid, and he was bringing him every day, and like, I don't know about this, man. Like, maybe we should lay low for a little bit, get the guys on unemployment, figure that out,
Yeah.
start trying to look into these like PPP loans and stuff like that. And then when we came back, we decided to reopen. We did, for a little while, we were doing like cold bowls and
Ah,
like microwavable containers, just kind of cold, and we'd sell them at a couple different farmers markets, and then York, the location we were inside, people could buy them there as well. So that was cool, but honestly, the product was just not the
it's not
best.
the
It's
same.
not very good. It's not the same. I think that lasted a couple weeks, and then we're like, you know what, dude, let's just do curbside. We'll open up. At that time, it was maybe five of us. Yeah, because I think we hired on Jack. Yeah, I think we hired on Jack. So yeah, we did curbside. So basically, I had a guy. It was one person in the kitchen. It was one person sitting outside of like our little takeout window, and then he would like run the stuff to the cars. But also, which was huge, we got a phone and we got online ordering, and that was massive.
Which a lot of people didn't
Like,
have prior to the pandemic, which is interesting. Yeah,
no, yeah, I mean,
not
it
the
was
only one.
first come, first serve, man. It was
Yeah,
like you could not, like, you had to be there to get it. And once we did that, our business went through the roof.
that's crazy. How interesting is
Yeah.
that? Yeah, like
I
it's like
mean, it's
yeah,
like when you're looking back on it, it's obvious, right? It's like, of course, of
especially too
course, like,
with what you have. it
Yeah.
makes sense that you could order online and get it ahead,
Yeah,
especially
yeah,
for like
like super
workers.
quick, super
Yeah,
easy. Yeah. And that was most of our people are like lunch people who work in the area. They're just, stop by to get some lunch real quick.
ideal.
So yeah, so that went through the roof, man. And yeah, it actually we got busier and busier over the pandemic. I mean, 2020 was pretty crazy being closed for those couple months, but I mean, it was great. And
Yeah,
then
and you're
just
and what you
sailed up from
do
there.
makes sense for to go. Like it makes sense for
Mhm.
that kind of grab and go. Like it's different than having a whole tray of barbecue. That's a whole,
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, it's a meal. It's a real big meal. I'm always surprised at these people who come from work and then just smash a whole bowl and then I guess they go back to work. Like
I know,
if I ate a whole bowl during service, like I would
nap
just be
time.
so slow, man. Yeah, there's no way. But these people, yeah, they're savages, man.
Yeah, I love
Um,
that. I love that. Like if people do that like with
yeah,
like Mexican food or something. I see people eating. I'm like, are you really gonna go back to work after all
yeah,
that
you're
food?
crazy. Dude. Yeah, you're gonna low energy. But yeah, so I think we opened the second location in 2022. We were working on it in 2021. We decided to open in Ann Arbor, so a second location
Okay.
inside of Ann Arbor. And it's really not far away. It's about mile and a half, 2 miles from the first
Okay.
location, but it is kind of on the other side of town. It's not a big city, but if you're kind of in a side of town, you don't really go to the other side of town, kind of thing. It's really close, but if you're not going over there or you don't work over there, you just kind of don't
No, I get it.
go
There's
down
parts of
that
like
way.
there's big places that are pretty close that I wouldn't go visit just because it's across like a highway that I wouldn't want. Yeah. Mhm.
Exactly. Yeah, yeah. People are a little surprised because it is Ann Arbor is just
Yeah.
it's a city, but it's a little small little city. So
But you're
but
able
yeah,
to help
2022.
a certain group of people on that side too, right?
Yeah, it opened us
Cater to
up
you.
a lot. Yeah, yeah. I was actually in the kind of the area where Frank and I grew up on what they call like the west side of Ann Arbor.
Okay.
So that was really cool to kind of get back over there and open something up. And we had it's a in basically a strip mall. I would say it's kind of a big. It's not a strip mall. It's a bigger shopping plaza, and we're located in like one of the outbuildings,
Okay.
kind of in the parking lot. But our own restaurant, we built it up from the it was GNC beforehand,
Oh,
so it was like
health food. I mean, the vitamin.
yes the vitamin health shop. It was a GNC, and yeah, just complete white walls and build it from the ground up. That's actually really funny because after we opened for a little while, the space next to us, a GNC opened up. So we're still next to the GNC. I think on Instagram, like locations, if you go to tag it, you can't tag Ricewood and the location, but you can tag the GNC. So I always tag the GNC, let people know.
That's hilarious though. Like that strip mall needed a GNC really badly.
Yeah, dude. I guess it was the numbers were right. They were coming back. So
I thought like GNC in my mind, like GNC is like a vitamin store, like a Blockbuster style. Like it just in my head, it always and there's not like
I
there used to
thought
be
the
a
same
GNC.
thing.
Yeah. But
I
maybe
thought
they
the same
changed, right?
thing.
They've changed. They're more progressive,
I
maybe.
I I think it's I mean, it's you go in there and it's still the same kind of stuff. And I see people going in and out of there. I wouldn't say it's like super busy, but they're still around, dude. They're still kicking, I guess. It also makes a difference. There's like a LA Fitness in the same shopping plaza
True.
too.
Okay, that
So you
makes
get you
sense.
get a lot of crossover,
Get a lot of
so.
guys coming in with a gallon of water that they're drinking for the day. Yeah, that's
Oh
good.
yeah, dude. And they come into Ricewood all the time, man. It's a great the
Yeah, it's
macros
perfect.
are great on the rice bowl, so
Yeah,
for the boys.
that's true. No, with the second location, is it exactly the same or are there different?
It is, the base is the same. So we have the same two rice bowl menus. We do the same protein. So we do brisket, pulled pork, St. Louis style or St. Louis cut ribs. We do pork belly,
Oh,
chicken thighs, Szechuan chicken thighs, and we also do tofu. So those are all the meats that hit the smoker. The big deal about our second location, is it has a full kitchen.
ah,
So we got a flat top, we got a couple of big fryers, we got two ovens.
oh, cool.
So that location gets to do a lot of fun stuff with specials. which is great. And then we serve French fries, French fries with sandwiches and stuff, where you get a side of fries. But yeah, it makes a huge difference.
So is that the one that does burgers then for specials?
Yeah, they both do burgers.
Oh,
They both do burgers. We do burgers Friday and Saturday. It's just little old school at the first location. We smoke them on the pit, and then in the firebox we got a cast iron.
oh, cool.
And my boy Tanner's out there just searing up the burgers, putting them on a big sheet pan, and heading into the restaurant. Which is why, so yeah, the burgers start at 6 p.m. Friday and Saturday at our first location, because we have to do that process.
Mm-hmm.
At our other location, we kind of smoke them, and then we hold them, and then we'll hit them on the flat top to order. So yeah, a lot easier, a lot nicer. Both great burgers, but big love to the Ricewood York burger, the first location, because yeah, just takes a lot of work.
A couple more steps, yes, definitely.
Yeah, a couple more steps, and literally a lot of steps walking from that smoker to the kitchen.
Yeah, very well done. I like that. Good work. See, it's a team effort here. You mentioned a number of times sandwiches. What are the sandwiches? Are they like a pulled pork sandwich, or what is the sandwich?
Yeah, pretty basic. So we have like kind of we have a brisket sandwich, chopped brisket, our house barbecue sauce, and then pickle red onion, toasted it's a half brioche, half challah bun.
Oh, cool.
And they're fantastic, super buttery. And then on our pork shoulder sandwich, kind of chopped pork, not super fine, a little chunky. And then we have a spicy mayo with a gochujang mayo. And then our red cabbage slaw, which is like a vinegar-based, a lot of Asian flavors in there as well.
What's your cat's name?
That one is Delilah, but we have 4 cats here.
4 cats.
4 cats. It's a lot of cats, Kevin.
Is it mostly Delilah that keeps popping back and forth if people see?
Yeah, she's the only one who wants to get up on here, which is, she's usually.
It's kind of like you. She likes some attention, right?
Yeah, she likes some attention. Watch out, baby. Go on.
Were you a cat person growing up?
My family had a bunch of cats for sure,
okay.
But these cats came from. So my wife, we got together. She had 2 cats from her past relationship, and I had 2 cats from my past relationship.
So these are all
so they had to. Yes, these are step kittens. They had to move in and. Agree with each other.
I know that's how did that work? Was that an easy?
It's ongoing, dude. It's an ongoing battle that we fight with every day. It's a little rough, but they don't. I mean, they don't like mess each other up. They just don't love each other. They don't like each other. So a lot of
there's cats are more territorial than.
For sure, yeah, a lot, and they're all girl cats. They're all female cats. It's been an uphill battle, but we love them.
I didn't have cats until I got married because I've always in my head thought I was allergic, but if I'm around cats a lot, the allergies aren't there. But my family, we were a dog family. We just had dogs all the time. And then when I got married, my wife found a cat, and then that's all they always like.
That's how it happens, dude. That's always how it happens.
Another one got
somebody finds a cat.
I think they said that they think there's a term for it. It's like and I saw something one time like on Dodo or some kind of YouTube thing, and they said that there's a term for like if a cat finds you, it's like I don't know. I think animal lovers try to think of terms to make it make sense.
Sure, some divine intervention.
Yeah, some kind of but it is But then no, I love cats now. I don't have any personally at the moment, but I would love to have another cat. I'd like to have a cat and a dog that were best friends. That's like my cartoon life that I would like to have someday.
Yeah, dude. We got one. Yeah, we have a pit bull named Francis, and
cool.
One of the cats, Willow, baby Will. They're like awesome. Inseparable. Yeah, they
cool.
like go outside together. I'll like whistle, and they both come running up and stuff.
That's cool. Okay, that makes me happy.
It's pretty cool. It makes up for like having 4 of them. Like, you know what I mean? Like she's really cool, so it makes up for the rest of them.
Okay. Well, then with the second location, is it also Tuesday through Saturday?
Yep, Tuesday through Saturday. We've poked around about maybe opening 7 days, but for right now, we like having our 2 days off. If it was up to me, we'd have Sundays off always. That's kind of my thing is, and 2 in a row too. You got to have 2 days off in a row. Yeah. It's just better. It's better for everybody, really, in the end. Although we were talking, so in 2021 we went down to Blue Oak in New Orleans,
Oh,
and we did
cool.
a little pop up. Yeah, my brother and I did a pop up mostly because we wanted to work on Old Hickory. We were thinking about, we're opening this
Oh,
other
that's
restaurant.
true
We're
that
like,
they have.
what kind of smoke are we going to get? It's got to be an indoor one. Well, let's go fuck around with one. So Ronnie and Phil very graciously let us come down there and then mess around. But I was talking to them, getting they're open, 7 days. We were just talking business, talking shop, and um, I think it was Ronnie who's like, man, it just kind of makes everything easier. There's
Really?
always somebody here, there's always some, prep is always done or it's always being done and stuff. And I was like, man, that kind of makes
Hmm.
that
Nice.
does make sense. That does make sense. But yeah, for now, just the 5 days. We'll
Okay.
see in the future.
But shout out to them. They're open 7 days, and I think
Yeah, shout out
every
Ronnie Phil, just opened a second location too.
did they open a
The
second location?
boys. Yeah, I don't know where it is in location to
Okay,
their first
I gotta talk
location
to
or
them.
New Orleans. Yeah, they're the best. They're fucking so
I don't.
funny, dude. Those
They're,
guys are so goofy.
they are so nice, and I don't think there's ever been anyone who said a bad thing to say about them. I think that everyone
No,
just
yeah,
loves
they're
them.
the nicest, sweetest Southern boys.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're great, dude. They kill me, absolutely kill me.
yeah. That's one
Um,
place that I definitely want to visit for sure because they're just kind. Yeah, they are. They are so
yeah,
nice, and it just seems like they want to enjoy life.
yeah, they like to have fun, man.
Yeah,
Everything is fun. They definitely, are not guys to like get stressed out over the little stuff,
yeah.
which is great and also can be a little uncommon in the restaurant industry for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, definitely. Well, not fell into, but they got into the right business for them. It makes sense.
Yeah.
So Daniel visited what just recently, right? Like a couple months ago or 3 months
Not
ago?
even, man. I've a couple weeks ago, late August or early. It
Wow.
is, yeah, late August or early September, maybe.
Okay.
I'm
All right.
sorry, my yeah, it was great, man. So I had there were rumblings in Texas. I was back in Texas back in February for the Leroy and Lewis opening,
Oh,
although
cool.
they didn't end up. I went I went and they kind of got pushed back, so I didn't get to see them open, but I got to hang out and see the space and kind of workshop some stuff with them and see a bunch of good friends. But there were rumblings that he might do a list outside of Texas. And I was like, oh wow, that's great. That's crazy. Who I never would have thought he would. Never thought about it really. I always kind of wished it'd be great, but um, and I didn't know if it was bullshit or like who knows? I
Yeah.
don't fucking know. And then yeah, I kind of saw he was kind of going all over the country, trying going to good spots, and
And I saw him in Oregon up like yeah, July, I think it was.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, he was all over the place, man.
Yeah.
And then what was it? He was in North Carolina, and then it was a Friday, and he comments on one of our Instagram posts, and it was a burger post, and he said, "Oh man, are those smoked burgers?" And I just messaged back, "Yeah," or like it was a comment, so I comment back, "Yeah." And then a couple hours later, he's in the lobby, he's in the he's in the front.
He's
It's like,
magic.
oh man, what's up, Daniel? How you doing? And I've met him on a couple of occasions. He did come to the original Ricewood back in
Yeah.
2019. He wrote us a wonderful. It was a great write up in I forget, he was the Northern Barbecue Trek or something. He did
Yeah.
the piece in Texas Monthly. And yeah, I was like, oh shit, dude, like, is this, I didn't ask him, but in my head, I was like, oh, this, great to see him.
Yeah.
Awesome. But I'm always, it's always, I wonder what he'll say, blah, 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 what he'll write up, or if he's just in town. Like, ends up is, it was kind of double duty. His niece plays soccer for Michigan State.
Oh,
So yeah, he was up there and he was gonna hit a bunch of barbecue spots and then go up there and watch her play and hang
oh.
out or whatever. So cool, yeah, it was great, man. It was nice. It was actually training somebody at the time, and it was right around the time where, like, I would get off shift for the morning or whatever, and so I got a lot of time to hang out and just shoot shit and kind of bullshit with him a little bit and talk about other barbecue stuff. Yeah, it was great, man.
And he ended up, you said like he got some stuff by the pound too, right?
He did, yeah. What did he get? He got a pork belly rice bowl. He got a burger, and then I think he got some ribs, like 2 bones of ribs, 4 ounces of chicken, and 4 ounces of brisket. Yeah, good spread. Definitely tried kind of like everything in the menu. And I don't know, I think my counter person, Lex, I think Lex and my brother Frank was there at the time too. I think they were talking to him, kind of, showing him the menu and telling him like what he should try and stuff. So
And then you got on the
yeah,
list.
a couple days later,
Yeah, he
I'm
he
looking at
busted that out quick. Like I
it
remember.
was quick, dude. It was
Yeah, I
pretty quick.
think
Yeah,
he went down to
literally.
Charleston after that, and then it was live or something. Yeah, something.
Yeah, well, I think he went to
Oh
Charleston. He
yeah, he
came to
went like that way.
came to
Okay.
Michigan. He went to Chicago, and
Yeah,
I don't know if we were the last, maybe maybe the
might have been.
last few, yeah, maybe the last run. But yeah, I remember, and then it kind of when he visited, and then he said he was going out to Chicago and stuff. I didn't ask him about a list or anything, but I was like, oh man, like this could be real.
Yeah,
We could be on this thing, man. And yeah, I think maybe 5 days later, I was checking my Instagram and boom, so excited, dude. I was
it's
so
huge.
fired up. It's a huge deal, man. I was, yeah, just so happy, just so proud of our team, and to look at the people on that list and like be up there with those guys.
Yeah, it's a great.
Great
It really
fucking
is a great list.
restaurants.
Yeah,
It's a good one, dude. It hit hard. I was really stoked. After he came in 2019, I was like, that's when I really started taking myself a lot more seriously,
Mm.
or kind of trusting myself. Like, I am a pit master. This is what I fucking do. Like this, probably the most prestigious barbecue editorial, said I had perfect brisket. That's pretty fuck good for me.
Yeah, I
And
think
then
so.
and it it just kind of solidified that, and just like more importantly is like, we got a decent amount of people working for us. I think not a lot, but I think between the two stores we're a little short staffed, but we got like maybe 15,
Yeah,
12 to 15, something like that, including me and my brother. And just like knowing that, keeping our standard, and like these guys are just kicking ass, man. We got the best team in the world. Like
that says a lot to them
I
too.
was
Yes,
so
taking off
fired
for
up.
them.
Yeah, definitely. Not everybody is as, big into, I guess, this side of like the culture of barbecue as
Yeah,
I am, and I kind of been introduced and know people and
yeah.
been to events around the country and stuff, but they knew how much it meant to me. Um, and they knew, they few of them are into it and kind of follow stuff. And so yeah, it was really exciting for everybody. I went and bought a bottle of champagne, popped it in the restaurant, went to the other restaurant, bottle of champagne, popped it. We had a big went out to dinner, had a big party with the staff and stuff. It was great.
Nice. How
It
have you
was
had people
it
come
was the
in
best, yeah.
having seen the article?
Well, funny enough is what that week Michigan was playing Texas at home. So a bunch of people came, who had read the article, who had seen the article
Oh, so
from
cool.
Texas. They come, but we did get, we posted about it, and we got a very loyal, loving, I guess fan base. The
Yeah.
guests, like, were, very important to us, and so everybody's all fired up about it. And then we also got written up in our local paper, M Live, the Ann Arbor News. So that was a big deal. And we've definitely seen an uptick in business. And then also like the student, it's that time of year, students are back, and a lot of, I guess they are students, but older people, or people who are working for the universities and stuff. So we just get an influx of people during this
Yeah.
time anyway. But it really did kick our business into overdrive for sure. We're seeing some really good turnout.
And it's evergreen. It's something that people will see forever. Like it's something that people will go back to that list. Or if
Yeah.
they're going to Chicago, if they're going to Michigan, then they put that, they'll look, use it as a reference. So it's perfect.
Yeah, man, definitely like the diehard people, people who are really into barbecue can, come check us out, man. Just, yeah, so happy, so grateful, so proud of the fucking team, man.
That's cool.
Just carrying it on, dude. And yeah, it just kind of solidifies, yeah, we're doing good stuff.
Yeah.
Keep it going.
It made me
And
happy
like
because I was very happy to see
thanks.
that.
Yeah, thank you so much, Cal. Yeah, I was stoked, dude. I would love to get back up on that top 10. If he ever
Yeah.
does it again, would love to. So we'll see. Yeah, we'll see what it takes to get there. But yeah, just keep, keeping our standards and not compromising for anybody and kind of just doing our own thing.
How far away are you from, I forgot again, from Detroit? Like, say people would, that would be somewhere someone would
Well, we're
visit.
like, yeah, like 40 minutes, maybe.
That's not bad
Yeah.
at all.
Yeah, pretty quick jaunt from the airport. Yeah.
Are there places in Ann Arbor that you recommend people stay? Like, are there cool, like something fun somewhere
Um,
that,
I mean, Ann Arbor's a great town. I don't know about like stay, like, get a hotel or Airbnb, whatever. But yeah, it's a cool town, man. We have some decent food. The food in Detroit's very good. I love Detroit.
yeah, I've heard there's a
But
lot of
yeah,
it, but
yeah, there is, man, and there's always new stuff popping up. I got a little, it would be nice to have the talent of people like from Chicago or New York, but it's just not really
yeah,
quite there yet. There's people doing cool stuff, and it's very
yeah.
exciting as far as like a culinary level, like restaurants, fine dining. It's just not there yet. But yeah, man, Ann Arbor's a great little town, dude. We got great little downtown section. We
Yeah.
have some good restaurants. I would tell people to go to Monty. It's a great Italian spot in Brighton downtown, very popular. Spiedo, which is like a very fast casual kind of Mediterranean sandwiches and
Oh, cool.
stuff. There's Zingerman's, of course, people
Yeah,
know Zingerman's nationwide. The deli's right downtown, but yeah, it's a cool town, man. And then yeah, of course, you come to Ricewood, dude.
yeah. Oh, yeah. There's two locations. You could stop at each one.
Wherever you're at, man, you
Yeah.
could come by.
And Detroit has, I want to go to Detroit just for the architecture. I think that I've seen some
Oh yeah, it's
video and
beautiful,
photos
dude.
of there's some gorgeous
My
architecture.
wife used to work in Detroit for a while, and so just spent a lot of time there. And she's always pointing out when we go down there, pointing out the different buildings and stuff, the different eras. And they
Yeah.
just redid
Oh,
the train station, the big train station
oh,
in
okay,
Detroit.
okay.
It was abandoned for years and years and years. And actually, I think it was one of like the biggest abandoned buildings in the United States at one time, something like
Wild.
that. But they
That's
just,
wild.
yeah, they just rebuilt it from the ground
Oh,
up.
cool.
It's
Okay.
absolutely beautiful, and it's got like a kind of like a museum inside. I guess it's all dedicated to the future of electric transportation, which kind of pisses me off, honestly, because Detroit,
Yeah.
because of the automobile industry, has a terrible public transit system. I mean, the worst. We don't have any trains. We don't have. They have like a commuter. It's not a commuter. They call it the Q line. It runs up and down one street. It's a fucking tourist trap. And it's like this was a train station,
Yeah.
and they decided to dedicate it to like electric cars that people can't afford. So it's
It's so
kind
stupid.
of it pisses me off talking about it, honestly. But it
Yeah.
is kind of revamped that area.
Yeah.
That area was always up and coming. It was kind of the first area that Corktown they call it. It was kind of the first area that was got I don't know, gentrified, if you will, and people new businesses and restaurants start going in. But yeah, it's beautiful, man. Detroit is great. And then yeah, you're 40 minutes away from Ann Arbor.
Yeah.
That's too easy. We don't have too much traffic either, so it's pretty nice. I like Michigan a lot. I think well, me and my wife will be here for a while.
And don't people go to the coast of Michigan, the western coast? Isn't there a lot of people? Isn't that a
Oh
big,
yeah, yeah,
yeah.
west, yeah, east and west, man. We got the lakes all around.
Yeah, you do have you do have it all
Yeah,
around. No, but
basically.
I just know I've seen people like photos of people
Yeah.
visiting the West Coast for some reason. I
Oh
don't know.
yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe the
That
East
is
Coast is too
it's
cold. I don't know.
everybody. No, it's not that. Everybody does shit on Lake Huron though, which is the
Yeah,
East
why?
Coast. Everybody likes to go to Lake Michigan, which is
Okay, is
on the
that what
West
it
Coast.
is?
I don't know, man. It's a great lake. It's a great lake, and honestly, some people would argue that it is one big lake because they really aren't separated. It's just
Yeah, they
kind of
don't separate. Yeah.
goes around. But yeah, it's beautiful, dude. Yeah, a bunch of little sleepy seaside towns on the lake. It's great.
Well, I'll visit the East. When I visit, I'm going to make it a point to visit the East Coast
You
because
got yeah, go to the East Coast.
screw those people. That's not fair.
Check it out. I don't spend a lot of time there, but I bet it's great. I bet it's great,
I'll
too.
let you know. But thank you so much. Is there anything else you want people to know about Ricewood or yourself or you seem happy. You
um,
seem like you're enjoying it still.
I'm stoked, man. It's been a great fucking year. It's been a good year, for Ricewood and the business. My wife is 7 months pregnant right
Oh,
now.
congratulations. That's
So
cool.
expecting
Oh,
our first baby. Very exciting. Um, but no, man, just I'm so yeah, just to say I'm so thank you to Daniel Vaughn coming to checking us out, and thank you to my fucking team, dude. I'm so proud of them. I cannot say it enough. They're just stunners, dude. They're
Nice.
just the best. And it's been we're next year will be our 10-year anniversary.
Yeah, I was trying to do
And
the math in my
so
head. Yeah, that's awesome.
yeah, 10 years, dude. And to like be at this point and have such a solid crew that just, it's the best, dude. And yeah, shout out to my brother Frank, who, the original mentor, the original mastermind of this whole thing. And we'll see. Well, hopefully we're looking into location 3.
Nice.
It's going to be maybe a couple towns north of Ann Arbor, trying to kind of prove the concept outside this area. And
Smart.
yeah, and we'll see where it goes. And next year, I guess, having this baby and maybe opening up another restaurant. We'll see. Who knows?
Nice. So you'll have 6 kids then?
No, no. I'll have
No, you have
one kid.
5. You have 4 cats and 1 dog, right?
Oh yes, no. Yeah, we'll have 5. We'll have no 4 kids. You're right. You're right. We'll have six kids, and probably who knows? This will probably be a girl too, just to
Yeah, just to create
to
that.
round it all out.
That's hilarious. No, no, I didn't mean you have 5 other kids. No, that would be if this was your
Yeah.
6th kid, I don't think you'd be laughing and joking with me. I think
No, well, and it wouldn't be cats running around. It would be kids
you'd
running
be
around.
kids, yeah, exactly, grabbing the phone, and it would have been a whole different episode. But thank you so much, Gabe, for taking the time, and thank you for doing what you do. I'm sorry, like I've been within that same period of time that we talked, I've been still kind of sequestered helping my mom, and I'm able to travel with her. That's the first step, is I'm able to take her,
Okay.
and then
Yeah.
the next step will be traveling on my own. All right, have a great day.
Thanks so much,
All
Kev.
right,
You
see
too,
you.
bud.
Bye.